The Springboks are getting one step closer to confirming their squad for the Rugby Championship. There are a few more players getting added into the mix, which now gets it to a 40-man squad heading towards that Rugby Championship competition in July. There is one player who's a bit of a question mark, but we will talk about him in a very short moment. First of all, though, looking through at the players who are confirmed for this Rugby Championship, looking at the props: Thomas Detoy, Stephen Kitsoff, Vincent Koch, who will join the side just a little bit later due to either contract or personal reasons. There are 3 players that fall into that category, Vincent Koch being one of them. Also there, Frans Malharba, the big man for the Stormers, in that front row. So there is a chance that maybe we get to see an all-Stormers front row for the Boks with Kitsoff, Joseph Dweber, although he will have to be playing pretty well to get ahead of the other 2, and then Frans Malharba also in the props, Oxnashare, and then Trevor Nakanye. He is the other player who has got outside obligations that is due to being in that French top 14 competition going a little bit longer than some of the others. Then in the hooker department, it is going to be Joseph Dweber for the DHL Stormers, like I mentioned. Malcolm Marks, who's always an absolutely phenomenal player to watch, has been tearing it up in the Japanese top league. We'll be looking forward to getting that green and gold back on. And then the last but not least, it will be Bongi Umbanambi, the third of the hookers that they have selected. Then in the locks, it will be Ludiacha, Ebenetzebev, Marvin Ori, and RG Snyman. A big injection into this Rugby Championship this year. Wasn't there for last year due to the injuries that he had throughout the season. Now he's rearing to go. He's had a fantastic season for Munster by the URC champs, and he'll be looking forward to getting that bot kit on and showing what he can do at international level. Once again, for the loose forwards, it is Peter Steph Toy, Sia Khaleesi, Evan Ruas, Placha Smith, Marco van Staden, Dwayne Vermeulen, and Jasper Wiese. Now, Vermeulen's probably the one that is the most surprising out of those men who have been selected, mainly because a lot of people are unsure how long he is going to still be playing at international level. He feels he's got one more World Cup in him, though, so you can't deny him that after all that he has done for the South African rugby side. Looking at the utility forwards, there is JL Dupre, Dion Fori, who is an absolute workhorse when it comes to those breakdowns. Anytime there's the opportunity to get the turnover, we saw it throughout the Stormers season. He's right in there, ready to get the steal. And I think he could be a real nuisance at international level up against some opposition. He actually had a little patch where he was playing hooker for the Springboks last year due to the injuries that they did have. But I think at number 6 or 7, he will be extremely dangerous. And then Franco Mostert has got the option of playing either the loose forward role or a lock. So a very handy player to have in the Springbok squad. Looking at the scrum half, so we'll be Faf de Klerk, Jaden Hendrickse, Herschel Yankees, Kobus Reinach, and also Grant Williams. So pretty much what we saw for the Rugby Championship last year. No new names in that department. For the Boks, looking through at the fly halves, there's Mani Lebok. I don't know whether they'll give him the kicking tee for the Boks as of yet. He has been a little bit 50-50 with how he goes of his kicking tee. Honore Pollard, massive injection into the side, because at the end of the day, they seem like they were really missing him in that championship last year, and he will be more than happy to help the Springbok side throughout their World Cup journey. And then last, it is Damian Valimza, who has also got that option of playing at 15. They do need him to, depending on the injuries. Looking at the centres, it is Lucanio Arm. Great to have him back in the Springbok kit. Damien Dialende, Andre Esterhazen, and Jesse Creel. So not really any changes there, which I think surprised a few people. Some felt that someone like maybe a Ruan Nel had done quite well throughout the regular season, perhaps could have had the opportunity of making his way into the side. But I think from what I've seen of the Springbok squad, it is pretty much what they had last year, with just those couple changes, trying to fine-tune that well-oiled machine. Looking at the outside backs, Kurtley Arinsert, Cheslin Colby, Willie LaRue, Makazole Mapimpi, and also Cannon Moody. So not really any changes in that department for the Springboks either. I should mention that there is one player at the moment who could become the 41st player in the Springbok squad. That is Gene Klein. He has had a few caps for Ireland in the past, but he is at the moment in a process of trying to get it so that he can play for the South Africans in terms of where he was born. So that one is a little bit of a wait and see of whether Gene Klein will be added in. But he is a fantastic player and certainly one the Boks wouldn't mind having. But their first game of the Rugby Championship, it is actually not too far away, will be taking place on the 8th of July. That is up against Australia in Pretoria, and that will be a great way to start the Rugby Championship and begin their road to the Rugby World Cup 2023. But do let me know what you think of the Springboks side. Who would you add in? Who would you take out? And what are you thinking for the overall Rugby Championship prediction? But if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all for the next one.